Friends. Hi, Joe. Uh, Live streams work better when you hit the go live button. It actually goes live. Yeah.
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute. This music isn't right. The scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time to the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians.
I'm
I'm your
too
host with the
old
most.
and fat to run down the stairs like that to try and get to the computer.
Hi, Joe. I did 10 minutes of beautiful bamfing. I mean, I was on a roll this morning. And, anyway, first and foremost, the guy who makes this program possible is this guy. Hi, Joe.
Howdy.
Over at indecd.org. Yeah, you guys missed one of my second best intro that no one will see. Because we'll throw his link up. I spent the last 10 minutes just on. I mean, I was on fire. I'm like looking at the comments, setting up to check the comments, and why is everyone saying, "Oh no, it did that thing where it things." So, I'm having a happy hump day. How are you holding up, Joe?
Doing good. I was getting dressed and I had, the stream pulled up, and then I realized what time it was and went, oh no.
and Joe just.
And the funny thing is, I remembered not to connect from my phone because the last time I did that, it automatically added me into the stream.
Yes. I am so sorry to make you run down the stairs.
And seeing as I was getting dressed at that point, your channel would have been no longer active.
I realized I made it, guys, at the 10-minute line. Facebook axes it for being late. I made it to 8 minutes. Actually, no, 9. I was 9 and some change when it clicked over and went, oh! So, quality content here at the at Nevermind the Furthermore on the Nicholas Anthony Tockert channel. Your one-stop shop for what the heck. Anyway, if you want actual quality content, go to the indecd.org, sign up. Oh, there's a lot going on right now. TikTok is getting banned. The law written around it is colorful if you look at the content.
Yeah.
Wow. I haven't had that much fun since reading the Patriot Act. But really, I thought it was 2023, not 1984. But we're gonna keep trucking and realize that we are in full support of our United States government. Thank you very much, and we're gonna move on. I got to do the plugs. If you guys want to support me and keep me somewhat paid and sane, oh boy, the comments are going to be great. Buy the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear. And Joe just ran. And hid. If you want to go to hybrids.com, hybridsrpg.com, which you can get Hybrids, the Sons of Gods, the RPG. And if you go to Fund My Comic, you can get this very thing in digital. For the only place you can get it in digital. If you're getting it in digital anywhere else, it's a ripoff, because I think even Indiegogo's been shut down. And drop code Beta 2023. You can get it for less than $1. Not just that. You get that. You get the first 2 issues of Hybrids, the Sons of Gods, the remastered editions in PDF, and that for less than $1 to see if what we're talking about is worth doing. Wow. That being said, I do have a minor announcement of seriousness, guys. Because of the recent loss of Joe's mother, which most people in our circle know, and those who don't, if there's any slowdown or any issues with indiecd.org, please give him lots of leeway, guys. Okay? Because Joe Buckman has done so much for so many and asked so little, and I know he's embarrassed as hell to have to watch me do this. But I'm going to say give him some leeway, all right? And I'm also going to say a little space, be there if they need anything, but remember, there's a lot that they have to deal with. Maybe one thing I recommend whenever you're dealing with a friend who has a loss, if possible, set yourself a reminder in around a month, a little after, just to check in on them again, okay? Because one thing I found with whenever there's a loss, people will come out of the woodwork, well-meaning and not, during the time immediately after, and then within about 2 weeks, folks get left back alone. So one thing I encourage people is do a check back, okay? Because grief takes time, and you gotta let folks grieve, okay? So enough of that. We're gonna get right into accountability. This weekend was my wife's celebration. We had a big kind of party situation, not like group party. No. We're far too geeky for that, and that's not something she wanted to deal with. But we did have some adventures, and I'm very proud of our shenanigans in that we went down to Tippecanoe Mall in lovely Lafayette, Indiana, because my brother Ricky and I had found out that the Malibu Jacks indoor theme park was open. What I failed to remember was that this is the start of local spring break. So my lovely wife and son and I went into the main entrance of Malibu Jacks and proceeded to be bombarded with noise and crowd and people. It's very neat, but it's also insanely expensive. Now, did that stop us from having fun? No, because I know what we're about, and we went trucking straight through around the corner to ye old game shop, not even game shop yet, the tiny little closet arcade, that every mall has. Dropped a quarter on a foosball table gumball machine. Those two had a blast. Wandered around, bought some little silliness in our adventures, and wandered on towards more merriment. But over the course of us going out and doing a lot of things. Mandy got a little too dehydrated, and so she's taking the day off today to recover from that. So right now, as I speak, my lovely wife is ensconced on the couch, tucked in under a blanket, going through her new magic cards. That's how I spent my early week. My accountability is I've been prepping to do a whole bunch of stuff with Dusk Falls over Ravencleft Gorge. I've been doing a lot of background work on a couple upcoming projects, planning some new videos for the Historical Fencing Guild, my other channel, which I need to make a promo for over here, so that you can go over there to get even more Nick. And we are now in what I consider the tight time build up for Region Con, which will be held in April 21st and 22nd at St. Sava's Orthodox Church on 9191 East Mississippi Street in Maryville, Indiana, where for the first 2-day event, yours truly, as well as some attendance by the Bachmans, the lovely Amanda Tockert, and whoever else we can hook, crook, or fandangle into assisting, will be there running Big Stumpy Robots tournaments, selling books, doing on-site art, having a grand old time. So I am now in the inventory management, double check our setup, make more stuff. And friends, speaking of making stuff, if you're not watching The Burning is Love, which I went to pull up the commercial for, and I do not have a Burning is Love commercial. I have a Behind the Code commercial. But Joe's been cranking out some really quality wood burning things through his program, The Burning is Love. And if you want to buy some from him, you can over at RegionCon, because his products will be there whether he is there or not. I don't think he'll be doing any on-site wood burning, because I'm pretty sure the smell of smoke in a gaming convention might just cause a panic, and we don't really want to cause a panic. But then again, it is Joe, and a panic is awful entertaining. Cue diabolical grin, which you can't see, but there it is. There it is. Anyway, so that's going on. I plan, if all goes well today, to do a bunch of writing. That was my original plan before I found out Amanda wasn't feeling well. So that will be offset. I had a lot I was going to talk about today, and then it got thoroughly derailed, which makes it a hilarious hump day for you guys, because there's nothing like a flustered fat man on the other end of the screen chatting you up. But that's about 13 minutes of my BS. We're going to fast forward through a lot of, hey, is Nick theirs? Because I'm going to get progressively more embarrassed for your amusement, and then we will click and run. Okay. At 9:56, Carl was here saying, oh no, wait, we're earlier than that. There we go. 9:44. Carl's here. Good morning. Accountability. Hope to get the back matter done. And Donna's new book uploaded today. Back matter? That sounds like something that Dan Hollifield would say and might break the laws of physics. I'm a little concerned at what back matter is. And don't forget, Grant needs help quickly. Kickstarter.com/Mr. Grantastic Beowulf. Oh, this must be coming to a close. Therefore, let me run that ad real quick.
Hazel always knew there was something special about her cat Mooney, but she's still shocked when Mooney opens his mouth to tell her he's just had a vision. An ancient evil has awoken after centuries of sleep, and only one man can stop it, the legendary warrior Beowulf. Unfortunately, it's been over 1,000 years since he slayed a dragon, and he's been reincarnated as this guy. His name is Victor, and he's more unemployed millennial slacker than mighty warrior.
Meanwhile, get any of Donna's books for 10% off at lulu.com with code BookFair10. Morning, folks. Morning, Richie. Morning, Dawn. How you doing? Donna, Carlene. Hey, Rich, Don, and Witzman, dude. Hey, Donna, how you doing? Making plans for lunch Friday with my sister. Boy, does that still sound weird. I think that's just miraculous. I love that Donna recently found out that she has several half-siblings she never knew about. And that means more family, and more family is good. And greetings, and Witch Sister, and greetings, and Kelly. Wait. Oh, that's a different Kelly. Gotta be awesome feeling, though. Yeah. Having pizza. I like pizza. And our other Kelly. And Kelly, of course, this Kelly, not that Kelly. Keep up, will you? Is the author of the Rembrandt Stratagem from the Paranormal Case Files of Bishop Kincaid. An amazing book that is on my bookstand as soon as, I deal with some vision issues that have kept me from reading at fonts I like to read at. Moving on. Good morning, Kelly. And guys, really do buy that book. It is good. And that's not just me plugging it. That is me saying I actually own the dang thing. Buy it. It's amazing. Hi, Kelly. Get Kelly. 2 minutes till showtime. I wish it were. We talking about El Toro, Carl? Want to get some? Come get some. Sorry, I've been reading Bubba the Redneck. Oh, listening to Bubba the Redneck Monster Hunter. And now the phrase "come get some" is on my mind. Nah, you have fun. El Toro does sound good. I haven't had good Mexican in a while. Good morning, ladies and germs. Good morning, Grat. Sorry, I've been AWOL. Computer issues. Yeah, I feel you. Hey, Grat. Yoshi jumped on my laptop and put a giant crack in the screen. I feel your pain. Oh dear, at Yoshi. Oh, Grat. Sorry to hear about the screen. Hope Nick isn't having computer issues today. Well, what it turned out is my little stylus is still connected to my monitor, even though it's turned off. And if the table shakes just right, it spins in its holder, and it pushes the side button. So I've had random input, and I tracked it down, friends. I tracked it down. Let's see. Dawn says Friday could be interesting in these parts for weather. Oh, no. Or, oh, yes. Depends on the weather. Hey, Donna. We got greetings. Is Nick running late today? That was the one that I saw go by, and I'm like, what am I doing? I've been talking for 10 minutes. Oh, shit. And you'll notice, shit is not a bad word. That is just a sound that comes out of me that has nothing to do with a word that sounds like that, but has a T at the end. Ha-ha! For once, my speech impediment is in my favor. LOL, I have an email from Medicare that says, could you be at risk for diabetes? Sorry, Walter Brimley got a hold of me. Diabetes. No, I have diabetes. Hi, my name is Nick, and I have diabetes too. No, I don't trust emails from anybody at this point. Busy with this. What cryptid duties? I have no cryptid duties. That would require me to be a cryptid. Although, wait a second. No, I have occasionally had to deal with cryptids who have problems. Or are problems. Hi, Joe. I'm sorry. Joe made a face in the little window that broke me for a second. But, I am not a cryptid. I am a simple, well, my job is hard to explain. I write stuff and I draw stuff and I make math go sometimes. Defining what I am is almost as hard as defining who I am. Or whatever. My occupation is almost as hard as my character class. Anyhow, if you wait too long, streamer, I am aware of this. It's not looking good for Nick. Don't think Joe's around. Yes, 10:09. And yes, Joe had come thundering down the stairs to save me, despite me saving myself. Mea culpa, mea maxima culpa. I offer my wrist, okay? Come on. I can only get away with saying that because Sarah and Johnny aren't here yet. Anyway, Donna's dying. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Blue Teddy. I hope you're having a fabulous Wednesday morning. I'm having a Monday morning that's been displaced. I'm here. I just realized the time, and the show wasn't live. Went running down to the computer. Right as I got on StreamYard, he went live. Yeah, epic battles. Hi, Blue Teddy. Huge, huge hugs, Dawn. Joe. All the hugs for Joe. Hi, Dawn. Oh, hi, Joe. Hey, Blue and Joe. Hey, Joe. Welcome to Cardio. Cardio with Nick and Joe, the two least cardio people on the planet. Allow me to do cardio. Oh, okay. Yeah, and that's enough cardio with Nick and Joe. Hi, and there was no sound that came through.
I approve this message.
Oh, God. You guys are going to make me do cardio. Good Lord. Still trying to catch my breath from the first one. That's why there was no sound. He went and there was nothing to power it. Good Lord. Rest up, Joe. It was good to see you laugh. That's what I do. I look funny and make people laugh. Although, that was the quickest I've ever thrown clothes on. Oh, really, Joe? Oh, I have stories. Anyway, we Don says we still don't know if you're wearing pants, but never mind. Oh God, he isn't! No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He didn't do anything like that. I just had to throw that out.
My camera isn't that good, Nick.
Guys, sometimes I have a day start where I'm clearly a professional broadcaster, bringing you the absolute best in independent creators. Oh, my neck knife's on backwards. Well, that's why I put the jinx on myself. Whew! I laughed so hard my vision is blurry. Okay. Don Dulas, the world may never know. However, I tried to connect while still in the bedroom. The green room couldn't have been... The green room could have even held a candle to what have been seen or heard. Oh my! Oh, tell me I did not interrupt. This did not interrupt the delicate moment there, Joe. Okay, I would have felt genuinely awful if that calamity had interrupted Happy Time. A little quizzical if that's what's playing during Happy Time, but if it helps you float the boat, I'm there to be of service. Wow. I almost forgot. Yeah, I almost forgot to something there, Grant. This is not the great. Woo. Okay. Now, and that's a comment dump. Yeah, friends, we're having one of those days. Okay. Check out Beowulf. It's action-packed, humorous, and most importantly fun. And there's a bit.ly. I've run your ad. I've decided to wrap over if we make it to 2,500, I'll include a trading card with the campaign thing today too. Awesome. I plead the fifth on causing panic at conventions. Well, Joe, if it helps, I cause panic everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. Including the great weapon! Need a weapon! Run. From many, many years ago. I can look back now and see why some people had issues with me. I'm not apologizing, but I can see. Also, I am not dragging my Mac, a monitor, and my laser printer down to create and print designs. Anyway, you underestimate me. Anyway, Back matter is the also Donna, Carly, Carlene, and the bio. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I'm sorry. I caught it. I caught it, y'all. You see, the hand travel for my mouse is right by where Sir Pennington sits. Maybe I should work on my office today instead. Hey, old chat. Hey, Grey Wolf Graphics. Howl and Mad Murdoch coming at you over their ways. No, up. LOL. I saw a meme that said, ask your doctor if a drug with 32 pages of side effects is right for you. I don't ask a doctor for any med. I will never ask a doctor for any med. I come in and I say, hey, doc, this is going on. What's the best way to approach it? And the doctor tells me, because the doctor is a trained medical professional, I am a yutz. And those ads are bloodthirsty corporate greed latching onto our jugular trying to pump money out of us. I mean, what? Hey, Grey Wolf. Greetings, greetings, greetings. You'd think so, wouldn't you? Ah, crud. Get out my wrist. No, how you doing, Johnny? Hiya. Nick, I wrote all those chats while you were still MIA. I am aware of it. Johnny! LOL cardio. Hi, y'all. Hi. Guys, you gotta see Johnny's art. Johnny Cage is one of those amazing artists who hasn't commercialized in a certain way, so I can't be like, go here, give him your money, get art. When he gives me the tools to do that, friends, colleagues, I will sing the glory of Johnny Cage's freaking art. Hey, Johnny. Morning, Grey Wolf and Johnny. Hiya, Dawn. Only one car left to unload before the move is done, so you'll start seeing more of me. I am so happy to see as much of you as we can, Blue Teddy. You rule. That came out a little creepy, but wasn't intended that way. You rock. Maybe I can get you back on the do another art time with Nick. Mental health accountability. Rock on. Yesterday was rough. Leads me to health accountability. It took out my frustration on my gym equipment. Get your swole on, Grant. Get your swole on. That's a good way to do it, Grant. It really is. And we're at almost the half-hour line, so it's time for Nick's random ad of the moment. So let's pick a random. Boink.
Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a what? Yeah. You know I be on a what? Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a what? Yeah. It's all hard, ain't no fear here. You ain't giving this to all, you steer clear. Never beat, I've been down and I reappear. You got some money on the line, you better put it here. Rolling in and doing that work.
Now, I gotta see if he's on Fund My Comic yet. But that was the random ad of the moment. And the random ad of the moment was won by Frog G. Those of you who don't know how I calculate that, I just squiggled the cursor up and down really, really fast, and I hit the first ad that comes out. Grant, absolutely. Just tell me when. Woohoo! We'll set up things. I may even do a scheduled art show for a change. Possibly ahead of Octagon. Because I may want to do some more pins and stuff. A friend of mine got a letter from his doctor saying his lab said he was positive for COVID. The problem is he hadn't been to the doctor, wasn't switched. He wasn't sick. LOL, he switched doctors. That's odd. Yup. That is really odd. No, part of my accountability for you guys, I did give you an assignment, was to have some fun over the weekend and didn't today. And I want to make sure you guys are having fun. Life is far too important to be taken that serious. And spring is slowly creeping upon us, which means for me, a whole lot of work. And I also found out that while I thought my plot of I need to put a new putt-putt course in, because I've had temporary ones at most of my abodes, some nicer than others. It was I saw it was $8 a person. $8 a person for a single round of putt-putt. Time to make my own putt-putt holes. And that does give me an excuse to either mow the lawn or negate huge chunks of the lawn. So by the time I'm done, my yard will look like a cross between a medieval fencing and battlefield training facility and a family fun center. I think I'm okay with that. The only problem will be keeping the guildies who are supposed to be having practice from playing putt-putt. Because it's not like I don't know us. But it's coming, and it will be good. Now, let's talk. I want to do some trope talk, friends. Oh, it's going to be 70s here the rest of the week, so I've got some brush cleared. And get the garden started. We're not quite there. We're alternating in the 40s. To 50s, so it's a little brisk. So I will be going out to do some limited work depending on how I feel at the moment, because transitional periods with the weather are a little rough. Create putt-putt holes, phrasing. Yeah, but miniature golf is something I take deadly serious. So yeah. I'm going to stand by it. I'm in the mood, y'all, and everything went boink, so we're going to I keep thinking about putting out AstroTurf and being done with it. Well, at one point, I was like, I'll just put the whole thing, I'll pave most of it and gravel the rest. And Joe informed me that there are laws about how much you can put ground cover for drainage. I found the word. It took me a while. 70s. What in the Fahrenheit? Yeah, yes. I'm not going to break out the calculations. It's the stuff called cold. I know you don't believe in cold. Johnny spells cold Kohld, and it's this mythical force that he hears about from white people but never sees. Luke Stone, hey Nick, my brother, I'm too salty today. Today? Luke Stone over at Luke Stone Studios. What? You're hold on. Wait, I got something for that, don't I?
Lockdown Games and Luke Stone Studios presents Hybrids, the role-playing game. This core rules to the new Base Plus 2 game engine allows you to design your own character and create your own homebrewed adventure, complete with charts, maps, and every resource needed to dive right into the Hybrids universe on your own, or continue where the quick play left off with a brand new module. Get caught up on the series with the Killing Field trade paperback. Enhanced with creator commentary and behind-the-scenes information, this special edition gives you even more value and entertainment. All this and more on Indiegogo.
Hey, Luke, how you doing? How's Hybrids doing? I want to hear about these campaigns because, this has been going on for a while, friends. And there's so much going with Fund My Comic. It's really cool. One of these days, I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to spring it on Joe. But I want to do a panel show with Joe Bachman and Luke Stone. Now, technically, I'm about 2 clicks from doing a panel show with Joe Bachman and Luke Stone, because there's something very cool going on here. Fund My Comic is a truly independent, save for some very limited, nothing illegal, nothing pornographic in the ads, campaigns, things like that, because it's needed for the banking. First, it is a First Amendment style, free, speech oriented crowdfunder. He doesn't care. If he politically disagrees with you, that's fine. If he religiously disagrees with you, that's fine. As long as it's legal, he wants you to have a place where you don't have to worry about being shadow banned or anything else. And Joe Bachman, bless his black little heart, he runs the Independent Creator Directory, a web host place for independent creators who are out there making a name for themselves, making stuff and putting it out, musicians and authors and artists and all these good people. And editors, trust us, some of us desperately need them. Formatters, things like that. All who can come together to help you make your stuff better. And yeah, freedom! What can they not take away? Our freedom! But these two, in spite of huge multi-billion-dollar organizations trying to do this and failing, are doing these two things incredibly well on, shall we say, a shoestring budget. So I want to spotlight both these guys in the near future. But I'll do that when Joe is actually cognizant, not having done a wind dash down the stairs while he's trying to get work done and think, I got thumbs up, so I know I can make that. Plus, I miss streaming with Luke. Luke is a great guy. I have to have every other day off or else I'm a complete mess. I'm gone. Later's all. That's okay. You have a good one, Donna. But I hope you get to see your sister today. With that, guys, I want to ask you some questions. What tropes are the ones you cannot stand? Like last time I talked about some of my favorite tropes, and I want to know the tropes you love. Like, the last man making a defiant stand at the end will always get my heart going doom, 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 doom in a movie, But I want to know the ones that drive you bonkers. Okay. Oops. You have a great day, Carl. I'm supposed to get my new 11 by 17 scanner. Yes, recommended. It says it's what he uses. Well, tell me how that scanner goes. I'm always up for a good product review. And anyway, the trope that I cannot stand more than anything is kind of a combination of two tropes that I'm not overly fond with. One is the will they, won't they. There's a couple that obviously needs to get together. And it, and they almost get them together and they break it up. Now, you can do that once or twice, fidget with it to keep the drama. But at some point, let them get together. And then the next one, ironically, is the time travel reset. Now, I love sci-fi. I love a good time travel story. I'm an old Doctor Who fan. But I cannot stand when they take the you finally, will they, won't they? They're a couple. It's going good. Oh no, there's been a time skip thing and the timeline shifted and now they're not together anymore and have to start over and draw. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. I'm looking at you, Flash. I am looking at you, and I'm looking at you, Eureka. A couple of my favorite shows have done that stuff to me. Eureka did that to me. Flash did that to me. I'm going to tell you something. I was watching one of my favorite shows that came out in a long time from one of my favorite comic books, Green Arrow. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I watched it to the end of the 3rd season. End of the 3rd season, the city's been saved a couple times. Ollie's trained a bunch of people. He and Felicity are together, and they realize, hey, we could get in a convertible and drive off to another city without all the history and live their best life. And it's warm, and it's fuzzy, and cut. And I'm like, no. I watched that. I told Mandy, I'm done. Hands off. I'm done. You love this show. I do, but I know what they're going to do. They're going to mess with my characters. It acts it. Cut it. There are a lot of shows that I love that they nailed me with the last season. Look what happened with Sequest. Or they nailed me with the last episode, which for Gurren Lagann, don't happen Gurren Lagann, for those of you who know, no. The last episode did not happen. It didn't. They got married, and it was happy, and that was the end. No more. No last episode. Done. If you know, you know. Now, why am I talking about TV? Because TV, shockingly, is written. And the only way we're going to get better media, better comics, better movies, better video games, and I see a bold, and I have no issue with it, comment, I see you, is to have better writing. And better writing requires, what are the tropes that make me want to rip my hair out and have people quit doing them? I see a couple that are great. Let's catch up with the comments a little bit, then we'll go into what you're saying about it. Let's see. Carl had to leave, which I understand. Give my love to Donna. I need a scanner. Stitching 2 pieces together is you don't have a. Oh, we got to get you a scanner. Nick, Glenn, how's Hatch doing? Richie says, I hate the hot mess to Hottie by changing out the glasses for contacts and changing the hair. The ponytail comes down and the glasses go off. I'm like, put the glasses on. You were hotter when you could see. At Donna. At Carl. A lot of love from Glenn, which is to be expected. Johnny freaking Cage comes in hard with the spicy take of Legacy of Kain is the only decent time travel story. Not apologizing. I like trouble. I can't think of a trope I don't like when it's well done. That's a point. How did that extra get in there? That's a good one. No, that's really a good one. Like, okay, these people have just fought an epic battle to get somewhere. How are these other low level schmucks already there? That one does baffle me a lot of times. Or it's the same extra, or they goof up something on the extra. That one, oh, it's an immersion breaker. I don't know if it counts as a trope, but well, actually, no, I'm going to admit that's one of my favorite things. The sound guy who they edited out of The Mandalorian, you know, where they had half his leg and Gene leg guy who is stuck out or holding a boom mic. In one of the best episodes of Babylon 5, they do a fight and they're panning the fight and they smack into a crate and there's the sound boom guy just standing there like, and they just left it. I love that, but it can be immersion breaking. Also loathe, says Richie, the 2 heroes meet and have to fight. I think that's in part because it's so overdone. And when they're behaving dramatically out of character, I'm sorry. I am tired of the good guys are fighting. I know it's fun sometimes. I know it's tropey goodness, but it's also uh, it's just overdone. Can we just have good guys be good guys? Glenn says, I'll have an announcement about Hatch soon, and it's good. I am eagerly waiting. The best banner I have for Hatch ready right now, because of some technical difficulties, is this little guy. But I love this little guy. This is Hatch. He is awesome. Anyway, Mary Sue's, or shall we call it the race Skywalker? Okay. Of either gender, I find too much plot armor to be painful. It's why I have some problems with Superman when he's not done right. The whole Ray Palpatine Skywalker thing, that's a whole lot of weirdness to unpack. I do know why that is so prevalent. I'm going to discuss why the Mary Sue as a trope, if you want to go with it, happens so much. Okay, you're right. It isn't. A Mary Sue isn't technically gender specific, but it can be referred to as, and I know why it happens. It comes from the difference in cultural gender-based appreciation fantasy. With a lot of men, the hope is if I work hard, I'll be recognized for my hard work and it will become something. And that's very satisfying for people who are working very hard and not being recognized. We have to look at it for the why it matters. The Mary Sue issues, I'm sure you have, come from the experience of having intrinsic value, but not having it be recognized. So the fanciful extension of that, I think, is when you're not recognized as having value in existing, the idea of you had the power all along is very, very empowering. It's very uplifting, because that means as who you are, without change, people are recognizing you. And I do believe it or not, both of these have their strengths and weaknesses, and both of these can be done with great effect. But okay, yeah, it's their baby, and they can't be. Anything can't be harder than the term Mary Sue comes from a story which character Mary Sue never had any difficulties. Everything fell into place, and plot points were handed to her. And you know what? That I find unsatisfying, and it can make for a shallow story, as we can see. But I think the Mary Sue as a trope has become something else, where it's not just the plot points are handed to her or him. It's that the plot will bend over backwards to break itself and internal logic to power one individual. So it doesn't follow any universe has laws. Okay? And I'm not just talking sci-fi. So we hear a lot of this in sci-fi. Oh, I understand hand plant points without challenge. And yeah, we're going to get to that one. But I think the label Mary Sue has evolved into whenever there's someone who the internal structure and rules of the universe break solely to keep them uh, make them achieve their goals without any justification. What, for example, when you see using Ray, when you see people learning to use a lightsaber, and it is a skill every single character who is shown at a developmental stage has to learn. Some are better at it, some are worse at it, but they have to learn it. And you see the difficulty of somebody who, as a first order stormtrooper, still had some difficulty making a lightsaber go, even though they had been trained in some level of hand-to-hand combat, one would presume. And then, Rey being able to wield one effortlessly. However, they did highlight that she did a whole lot of staff and stick training in the first movie, because that's what she carried around the Jakku. So there is some lay to it. But when the universe just doesn't make sense, I think it was a lot of the problems that get bandied on Rey were more universal in that last movie. A lot of the canon, because a little, yes, you can hear the wind. A little farther, you're going to hear the comment about the destruction trope. Deconstruction trope, not destruction, deconstruction. And one of those that's overarching is this idea that canon doesn't matter in long-running series. Because it's hard. It's easy to write if you're building the world as you go, but when it's been going for a while, keeping continuity straight, keeping character motivation straight, keeping events and what happened and why straight becomes a massive undertaking. And I think it's lazy writing to just forsake all canon. And that's a problem. But I think it's a problem that won't last long, because it consistently causes failure. No matter how pretty a story is presented, if the writing is bad, it won't work. That goes for comics, that goes for video games, that goes for movies. Oops, let's see. Blue Tay says, the "you had the power all along" thing can actually be extremely positive when it's a case where the character is waiting for someone else to save them and they finally realize they can do something. And to me, when it's done right, the hero's journey that they go through is learning to have the confidence, learning to believe in themselves enough to try. Usually they have to overcome some outside force that is holding them down. Think like Matilda and the shot putting lady. I can't remember her name. The big burly lady. It's not just that Matilda develops these powers, but she has a foil, and she has a world that's trying actively to hold her down. She has to work to build up. Same with Harry Potter. Potter technically, he didn't get any new power. He just learns how to use it over time. But most of it is the power is yours, My problem is it gets real predestined feeling, and it can slip whenever you get into the chosen one overlap. If this kind of thing interests you, I want to recommend a YouTube channel called Overly Sarcastic Productions. They do whole episodes of semi-animated, if I said digitally illustrated, discussions on tropes. It's fascinating, and it will help you as a writer in a very lighthearted, fun delivery. Richie says, I also despise trope salad where folks just start throwing stuff together thinking that all the tropes will magically make something good. Yeah, I can see that. A little windy down there today. Yeah, that's why I'm inside and not doing so. Oh god. Watch the level of geek I am to read this sentence. They clearly started out to have Finn be the new Luke and Rey the Han character, but they changed that after the second movie. It would have been massively more interesting. Yeah, it really is. And I really recommend it. I like that alternate universe. I may have to look around because there are several programs. I'm geek enough to know that my wife has gotten me to where I occasionally read something called. Is that necessary? Thank you. There is a broken piece of glass in my window. Or plexiglass. Or something. And it oscillates when the wind is just right. And my house sings to me. Anyway. But, so I read a lot of fan fiction, and there is some incredibly great fan fiction out there. There's some drivel, but there's some great fan fiction. But what if I make it very pretty? Well, what you do, Johnny, is if you don't think your writing is where it needs to be to make a really good story, you reach out and you say, hey, writer dude, do you have a good story I can draw? Let's make some money. I watch Luke do this with people. It's a great deal. Yeah, his show is fun. Okay, I assume you're talking about Overly Sarcastic Productions. Or you could be talking about The Force Awakens, both of which are good. LOL, or beans. Yeah, well, if I were that flatulent, frankly, I wouldn't be broadcasting. I'd probably be in the bathroom. But I'm okay. Let's run an ad. I haven't run an ad. Not private chat. I don't need private chat. This is a test of the Big Stompy Robots hybrid video system. This is only a test. Safety agent Nick going through. We're detecting. We've got bleeps on the comms. Go, hold on. Engaging the enemy. Ah! Enemy safely defeated. We are leaving the scene. What? We're getting radio and chatter from something going on in the city. Heading in now. Oh, being ambushed! Opening fire! Heavy forces! Cannot identify. They're taking it! The city seems to be ripe with threats and danger. Moving in farther. Support forces have gone on. Heavy weapons are coming around. What is that? I'm getting out of here. I am getting out of here. We've made the area. I don't know what that thing was. Returning to base. That was not the ad I intended to run. However, moving on. And that was an example of what bad writing looks like and worse performance. But, folks, it was entertaining. I know an insider at Astute Films. I was supposed to be the Ark, but it was corporate interference. That happens sometimes. And, the thing is, we can either grade on it. We should study what's wrong so that we know how to fix it. And, that was a great ad, though. I'm glad you enjoy it. You will be hearing more and seeing more oddness about... they're going to hear about it. You just stop. Hush. Anyway. Yes, my house is blowing me raspberries. But more Big Stumpy Robots references, because really, I've got 2 novellas that not enough people have read, a wonderful rule book with a whole bunch of lore in it. And, as my hands improve, I may have a graphic sequential art project involving that at some point coming down the pipe. That and other things are coming real soon. But, friends, fine, you're on camera. Can you see the crack? That's what buzzes it. Well, something fell down. Anyway. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe to this video because I'm enduring absolute insanity to get here. I'm going to run one more ad, or actually a couple for some friends, and then we'll wrap this up, shall we? Because it's been a day.
Hi, bunnies. This is Robin Yoda, just wanting to let you know I have a Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/Robin Yoda. You can catch me there Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific playing Stardew Valley, Saturdays at 2 p.m. playing The Sims 4, and Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific playing a random game from my Game Pass library. You can also find me Mondays on my YouTube channel, Robin Yoda the Lilac Bunny. I hope to see you all there. Thanks for watching.
Excuse me.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
Yeah, folks, we're experiencing some audio difficulties at this time. I will be ending this broadcast. Now, folks, I will be back. Wow, I almost said tomorrow out of reflux. No, I will be back Friday for another episode of Nevermind the Furthermore, as well as Friday night over on the Historical Fencing Guild for the weekly Historical Fencing Guild live stream. There may be some shenanigans depending on weather and options as I set up for that particular program. But, folks, I hope you had an enjoyable little Wednesday interlude. Please get out there and create. Please write something, draw something, make something, because you can edit it, you can improve it, you can make it better. but you can't. You can't edit a blank page. I'm sorry, folks. It's been a day. I love you. Just be awesome. In the words of Bill and Ted, be excellent to each other.